All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this really breaking news segment. Rod Rosenstein is in a lot of trouble, and Congress is not having it anymore. Congress is not going to wait anymore. And they are demanding that Rod Rosenstein go ahead and give all the documents that they've requested. There's over 1 million documents. They're all pertaining to Trump, Russia. Well, no, Mueller probe. How the Russia probe got started and the Clinton email investigation. They're hiding all of this information. And House approves resolution demanding DOJ FBI documents. So this is the article. And to my super chat people, thank you so much. If there's any issue with the sound or anything else, let me know. But let's get started. So House approves resolution demanding DOJ FBI docs. This is from Sarah Carter. This is like an hour ago. The House Judiciary Committee approved for the first time a resolution today demanding that Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein turn over all requested documents regarding the FBI's handling of the Russia investigation during the presidential election after 7 days, or face possible impeachment or contempt. So that's it. That's where we're at. You have to go ahead, give all the documents within 7 days, or Rosenstein's out. Now, it might just be Rosenstein might be looking at this and saying, hey, you know what? If you're going to go ahead, if I'm in deep trouble anyway, I might as well just pretend that I am taking a principled stance by hiding all this information from the United States, from the people of the United States. This way, 7 days, they impeach me, I'm out. That could be one scenario. The other scenario is that on the 7th day or the 6th day, he'll go ahead and he'll go ahead and give information on some of the information, but not all of the information. So if we don't get that information entitled to us, everybody knows that we'll do what we have to do to get it done. Representative Jim Jordan. So they're going to go ahead now. Rod Rosenstein faces impeachment or contempt of Congress. And they're in a battle. They're in a battle because Rod Rosenstein is deliberately withholding information, just like he withheld the Stop Trump text. Will stop Trump. So we'll stop it. So Lisa Page was like, honey, Trump's not going to become president, right? And he was basically like, yeah, we'll stop it. Don't worry. And by the way, Congress did not get that. Congress did not get that. They didn't get that information. So there's a reason that Rosenstein did not allow congressional Republicans to see the Stop Trump text, because Rosenstein is also the person who allowed Comey's queasy memos to start the Mueller probe. The Mueller probe, Democrats, they're like a complete lack of logic. They're like, well, look at all these indictments. You tell me how many indictments took place under Obama. Yeah, well, Obama was covering up everything for everyone. That's why it didn't happen. James Comey, James Clapper. We had Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and Bruce and Nellie Orr. And you had, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Kevin Kleinsmith at the FBI, who, by the way, said, long live the resistance. So he was a hardcore Democratic partisan, not just a partisan. Basically, these people essentially worked for the Democratic National Committee. look at their text messages. You couldn't get, like, Hillary bots on Twitter are less cult-like than these FBI agents. And the only reason Comey wrote the Comey letter was because there were patriots in the new NYPD and the New York field office of the FBI who said, we're going to leak this. And we're going to let the press know. Because all of this is a cover-up. That's why. And then now we find out from Paul Sperry that Loretta Lynch and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Hillary Clinton were implicated in some top secret thing that even the IG report couldn't notify people on. So it's the whole thing is not only unbelievable, but all of it is just being dismantled before our eyes. So I'll go ahead. We'll start again. The House Judiciary Committee approved for the first time a resolution Tuesday. Now, this resolution is a big deal. Rod Rosenstein will forever be known as somebody who is deliberately withholding information from the United States simply to cover up for Hillary Clinton and Robert Mueller. The Mueller probe should never have started. And Comey should have been fired under Obama, and Clinton should have been indicted. Comey should have done his job and recommended an indictment. He thought he was slick. He thought he was really smart, and they all got away with it up until now. That's why my last segment, all of this is going to lead to the obvious conclusion. To my super chat people, thank you so much. If you have, Tamara Friedman, thank you very much, Tamara. I know that you were on the super chat like right when I ended the last segment. So thank you, Tamara Friedman. And if there's anybody that wants to talk about a specific issue, also in the super chat, feel free to go ahead and send over any message you'd like. The decision to move forward with the resolution came after a year of battles with the Justice Department and FBI to turn over requested documents. The committee voted on party lines 15-11 to pass the resolution directing Rosenstein to comply within the next 7 days or face the consequences. Of course, 11 Democrats didn't want that. Of course, why would Democrats want information to be disclosed about all their craziness? Rooster Cogburn, thank you. Good work, HA. Did you see Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife, was accosted by privileged SJW protesters at their home today? Crickets from Ted Lieu. Unbelievable. So Rooster, thank you so much. Rooster Cogburn, let me see this. I actually didn't hear about that because I've been so focused on this stuff, but let me go ahead and leave my husband alone. Elaine Chao clashes with immigration protesters. It's crazy. Secretary of Transportation. She's Mitch McConnell's wife. Elaine Chao to protesters, leave my husband alone. It's 4 people. So, okay. A crowd at Georgetown University. These are not protesters, they're students, and people think that. So, Rooster Cogburn, it's just crazy. Yeah, Democrats, of course, they know they can't win via voting. They know they can't. So there's 311 people here in 9 minutes, 314. Thank you so much, Rooster Cogburn. 100%. Did you see Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife, was accosted by privileged SJW protesters? This is what every social justice warrior should do. Make sure that in a state and local and national election, you vote for a Democrat, the same Democrats you claim to hate. At the end of the day, you unfortunately have 2 choices. One choice, Trump, in addition to peace between North and South Korea and exposing FBI agents, corrupt FBI and intel officials, and a good economy, and a less hawkish foreign policy than Democrats, you also get the swift dismantling peacefully of the Democratic Party. So vote. I mean, well, I'm voting Republican, and for Trump 2020 in large part because of that. Those things I mentioned, and also you get the added benefit of dismantling and completely obliterating peacefully and politically the Democratic Party. But if you don't like Trump, just simply vote. Just simply vote if you don't like Trump. So thank you, Rooster Cogburn. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, if there's a topic you want to talk about, it kind of helps me also, because it helps me because there are things that I'm missing during the day. So Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio, who has been one of the lawmakers at the front lines of the committee's investigation, said the resolution is the result of the frustration felt among lawmakers conducting oversight. He noted that this will be up to the House Republican leaders to decide whether or not to take it to the full vote, to full House for a vote. So they're definitely going to take it to the full House for a vote, because if they don't get he has 7 more days. So they're giving him every timeline. I mean, every chance to comply. So not only did he miss a Friday and then Monday deadline, they're giving him 7 more days. It's constant. Like, they're giving him every single possible time, or every single possible chance, I should say, to go ahead and abide by what Congress has every right to see. The United States Congress has every right. We have a system of checks and balances for a reason. So they have every right to see what's going on at the FBI or the CIA or the DOJ or the CIA or any of them. And if you have a person like Rod Rosenstein who doesn't want to give information, there are 1.2 million documents they're all hiding from the American people. If they don't comply with the resolution, they know the remedies the House has: contempt and impeachment. Contempt and impeachment. So there you go. There you go. Let's go ahead. Jordan and Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows, Republican, North Carolina, were the authors of the resolution. Both members have criticized Rosenstein and the FBI for failing to deliver documents. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes has also been fighting with the Justice Department for documents and has threatened as well to hold Rosenstein in contempt or impeachment if they are not produced. So you have 3 leading Republicans who are now in a battle with Rod Rosenstein. And Rosenstein, all he's doing is, there's no benefit to him. There's no benefit. Why? I mean, he's dragging his feet and he's just waiting and waiting and waiting for what purpose? There's literally no benefit for Rod Rosenstein. He should just do his job. He should just do his job. And if the issue is another person's fault, he should say, well, look, you know what? I can't. There's nothing I can do here. People are just dragging their feet. It's not my fault. But you have Mark Meadows, you have you have Jim Jordan, you have Devin Nunes. So Rod Rosenstein right now is in a lot of trouble. He's in a whole lot of trouble. Let's go ahead. So continue reading Rosenstein, who is known for his quick temper with lawmakers during negotiations, has stonewalled numerous members of Congress, questioning the special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into alleged collusion between President Trump campaign and the Russians. There's no evidence of anything. They've yet to find any evidence, but there's a mountain of evidence linking Comey and McCabe and Strzok and Page and Kleinsmith and Moyer and all of these people. It's all going down. You cannot go ahead and text how much you hate Trump while at the same time being very important in the mid-year probes of the mid-year exam, which was the Clinton email investigation, and Crossfire Hurricane. I love how even the names are different. Mid-year probe, Crossfire Hurricane. Even the names are different. They none of them wanted to go ahead and do their job regarding Clinton. None of them. So let's just check Paul Sperry, because we'll go ahead. There's a whole bunch of articles talking about what Congress is doing. Okay, so Rosenstein. House panel okays resolution demanding Justice Department documents in raucous markup. What? The House Judiciary Committee on Tuesday approved a resolution that demands the Justice Department produce the outstanding documents Congress has subpoenaed related to the FBI's actions during the 2016 election campaign. The resolution, which was spearheaded by Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan, is the latest step by conservatives who have been ratcheting up pressure. I love it. Only conservatives, nobody else in the country. And this is a great article, but this is a CNN article. The measure itself is effectively symbolic. Well, it won't be symbolic in 7 days. So Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan and Devin Nunes have basically stated, look, you either give us the documents we requested or you'll be impeached. And then there's this fantastic news update. Republicans asked Rosenstein for names of everyone working on Mueller probe. Good. Because you should probably know who hates Trump there. So basically the two probes, one Clinton email. Dina Minyard, love your Sessions impersonation. Try Brennan. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dina. Well, John Brennan only comes out to talk about his kekatocracy. His tweets are hilarious. He called up the FBI dating service the other day and said, I love moonlit walks in the park and puppies. How can I go ahead and meet someone nice like Sally Yates? I'm off my game, but love your Sessions impersonation. Thank you. Thank you, Dina Minyard. Thank you. So thank you, Dina. But this is absolutely, thank you again, Dina. I will get to Sessions and Brennan a bit later. But thank you so much, Dina, for supporting the channel and for your kind words. Let's see. So Bill Meehan. Bill, thank you. Former first selectman in Stafford, Connecticut, arrested for deleting emails and files prior to leaving office. Hillary deleted subpoenaed emails. Equal justice. Well, there you go. Wow. Exactly. Well, you had Christian Saucier. So, Bill, let's go ahead and check that out. Bill Meehan, thank you. That's true. Let's go ahead and check that out. Wow. Okay. Former Stafford first selectman arrested. A former first selectman in Stafford was arrested on Monday after investigation into missing files and documents. Anthony Frasolini is currently a selectman in town. Detectives say the current first selectman in Stafford, Mary Mitta, told them that when she took office on November 1st, 2017, that, hold on one second, let's go ahead. She found that Frasolini, the outgoing first selectman, had erased all of the files and documents from his computer, which Mitta would be using in her capacity as first selectman. She told investigators that once she found the files had been deleted, she contacted the information technology director for the town, who found that the hard drive had been erased and files from the town hall server had been deleted. Well, there you go. So, and now he's arrested. It's all coming to, she'll definitely get indicted. She'll definitely be charged. So Bill Meehan, thank you so much for bringing that up. Hillary Clinton is definitely going to be, whether it's in, pick a crime, any crime. It really just depends on the specific crime that they get her on. Could be the Espionage Act, could be something to do with the Clinton Foundation, could be both at once. Thank you, Rooster Cogburn, for your kind words on Twitter as well. So we have almost 500 people. And let's just really quickly, so we have Rod Rosenstein, and we have this gentleman in Connecticut. But let's just take a trip down memory lane. When Hillary Clinton's server erased server, hold on, time to give Clinton's server technician the Mueller treatment. This is December 30th, 2017. Paul Combetta with his attorney on Capitol Hill. No doubt hooked up by Democrats. So we have a situation where, I mean, here's just an example. Forget about the fact that when Clinton first, this is March of 2015, servers will keep servers. This is before she deleted everything and erased everything with BleachBit and all that. She said she's going to keep the servers. So Clinton, keep private server, March 2015. Hillary Clinton said, my predecessors did the same thing. No, that she didn't. I love how they say mostly false. It's just always this, it's 100% false. It's 150 million% false. Well, you know what? If you want to go ahead and get $1 for every time I said and she's going to get indicted, eventually when she gets indicted, you would have a whole bunch of dollars. But there's really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many times I say it or when it happens, it'll happen because nobody's above the law. At that point, when you continually break laws. March 2015, Clinton email. Hillary Clinton used personal email account at State Department, possibly breaking rules. This is in New York Times. Well, of course, the server. I can recall no instance in my time at the National Archives when a high-ranking official at an executive branch agency solely used a personal email account for the transaction of government business, said Mr. Barron, who worked at the agency from 2000 to 2013. So the National Archives, yes, so there you go. She hid all her communication for a specific purpose. But I'm going, that's a 2015 New York Times article. But if you go back to 2015, you get kind of a really interesting view of everything. You get a really interesting view of. So let's go ahead. So you get a really, really interesting view of all of this. Now, press conference. So she had a press conference, and this is her transcript of the press conference. So this is interesting. Server. Okay, so Secretary Clinton. Okay, so hold on one second. So this is her first press conference, and it's actually the transcript, which is really great. And I'll go ahead and I'll give you this. And that is, so it's 546 people, 26 minutes in. That relates to Rod Rosenstein also. All of this relates to Rod Rosenstein because he's hiding information directly pertaining to this. So there's people in the super chat. If there's anything specific, let me know. But I'm just going to go ahead really quickly. So what does she say about servers at that time period? So server question. Yes. Did you or any of your aides delete any government-related emails? Which is they did. Some people, including your supporters, have suggested having an independent arbiter look at your servers. Wow. That's a great question. Clinton, we did not. How do you know? Clinton says we did not, and then she deleted 30,000 emails without government oversight. And she didn't know she didn't know what emails were classified, what emails weren't classified. So how would she have known? Of course she deleted emails. In fact, my direction to conduct the thorough investigation was to err on the side of providing anything that could possibly be viewed as work-related. That's not true at all. Judicial Watch continually found work-related emails that she never gave to the State Department or anyone else. So this is an article. I'll go ahead and give you Eric Hebert. Thank you. Eric Hebert, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. Clinton can't go to jail. That means Obama will go to jail. Obama is doing everything he can to keep her out. He knows he's exposed if she goes. That's true. That's very, very, very true. However, there's probably Obama doesn't like Clinton. So you're 100% right that Obama is implicated in everything. He knew of everything. He's implicated in everything. We all know that. There's no doubt about that. But Obama hates Clinton, and Obama also is probably smart enough to know the only way Democrats survive is if Bill and Hillary Clinton eventually are indicted. So she did commit she committed Espionage Act, RICO laws, campaign finance violations, legal statutes directly related to all her behavior just within the past 3 years. So I do agree with you that Clinton can't go to jail. I don't think she's going to go to jail. I think that eventually Trump will pardon her. I think that's probably what would take place. Because you'd have the trial would be like never ending. But thank you, Eric Hebert. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's a great point. You could be right. She might never go to jail. I do believe, though, that I don't think she'll go to jail. I do think she's going to be indicted. Pick a crime, any crime. But if you go back to the very, very, very beginning, they even asked her, hey, why don't you have somebody independent look at your servers? And she was like, nah. And we went, and I said beyond that, and the process produced over 30,000, work emails. And I think we have more than met the requests from the State Department. So what they do is, what she did is she breaks the law. She completely breaks protocol. She sets up, it's a situation that nobody has ever seen, because nobody had a president like President Obama who allowed this to take place. And then she basically sets up her own rules saying, oh, well, you know what? We can go ahead and, we did this and that. And, she doesn't realize that she created this scenario, or she does realize, but it's the media and the government, or people in the media and the American people don't realize that she's created such an unprecedented scenario. It's so crazy, and there's so much illegal activity, that she then goes ahead and makes up the rules. Oh, well, I didn't get anything marked classified. So you're Secretary of State. Everything you get could be classified retroactively or born classified. It doesn't have to be marked. The server contains personal communication from my husband and me. I believe I have met all my responsibilities, and the server will remain private. So this is what I was looking for. The server will remain private, and I think the State Department will be able over time to release all the records that were provided. She refused to give her servers, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I was waiting for. So for 622 people. The servers will remain private. There you go. I'm sending this. I'll send it out again. NSA does have it all. I'm certain about that as well. I actually wrote an article about that in The Hill. But that is what I was. So initially, she was never going to give her servers. It's beyond so the DNC never gave their servers to the FBI or the U.S. government, and Hillary Clinton never wanted to give her servers. So I went ahead and I sent that out. The servers contain personal communication from my husband and me, and I believe I've met all my responsibilities, and the server will remain private, and I think that the State Department will be able over time to release the records that were provided. So it all starts, all of this, everything Rosenstein is hiding, everything that that James Comey and Andrew McCabe and Peter Strzok hid, all of it stems from that March 2nd. Well, I mean, all of it that stems from, from 2009 to 2013. She was using an unencrypted servers for close to 6 months. All those issues, but all of it stems from the issue of her deciding that she was going to keep her server and then being forced to give the server, and the servers were then completely wiped clean with a cloth. That's what she said. And then one question, Madam Secretary, you mentioned the server. That's one distinction here. This wasn't Gmail or Yahoo or something. This was a server that you own. Is that appropriate? These are actually really good questions by Clinton. Well, the system we used was set up for President Clinton's office, and it had numerous safeguards. It had numerous safeguards. By the way, it was unencrypted for 6 months, and it was on property guarded by the Secret Service, and there were no security breaches. Wow, that's hilarious. That's pretty much lie after lie after lie. Who cares if it was on? This is actually unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. I'll go ahead and send this out. Awake Canadian, thank you. Thank you, Awake Canadian. To my super chat people, thank you. Little off the topic, but I think I heard Strzok will not take the fifth. I sure hope not. Awake Canadian, thank you. I sure hope not. I mean, I hope he goes ahead and Awake Canadian, thank you. I really hope he goes ahead and testifies, which would be fantastic. But I have to go ahead, and that is probably the best thing. So we're supposed to be okay. We're supposed to be happy with the fact that the Secret Service was guarding servers that somebody could have just simply snuck into, and the Secret Service themselves could have. Somebody in the Secret Service themselves could have stolen the server and just, ran away with it. This is just great. So let's go ahead. I'm going to send this out right here. 628 people. So hold on. Let me go ahead and send this out. So I just sent it out. Clinton, well, the system we used was set up for President Clinton's office. That's so what? You had top secret intel on there. And it had numerous safeguards. No, it didn't. You have 621 people. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of two things at once. My mind's in a blur with all of this stuff. This is actually a great article. This is a Time Magazine article from 2015. Okay, this is a great article. And this will help. I urge everyone. So this article is fantastic. It's 628. Again, I'm like all over the place. 628 people watching. Transcript: Everything Hillary Clinton said on the email controversy by Zeke J. Miller. And this was in March 10th of 2015. We are no sooner to ending any of this. It's been the first inning for over 3 years. We're going on over 3 years. And we are no closer to finalizing any of this because the criminals have not been impeached yet or indicted yet. So that is a great article. Let me send that. Let me go ahead and send that link to you guys again. This is so great. I urge everyone to just go ahead and bookmark it. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's look at Jim Jordan's timeline. Representative Jim Jordan. Peter Strzok opened the Russia investigation on July 31st. The next day, he flew to London. Why was he in London? Wow. Did he meet with Christopher Steele, the author of the Salacious Dossier? Well, he's going to be asked this.
Disgraced FBI agent Peter Strzok set to testify behind closed doors Friday, but President Trump has a different idea. In a tweet, he suggests, quote, the hearing of Peter Strzok and the other hating frauds at the FBI and DOJ should be shown to the public on live TV, not a closed-door hearing that nobody will see. We should expose these people for what they are. They should be full transparency. Joe.
So how did I miss that text? So now it's Friday. What? I thought it. Okay, so now it's Friday. Before it was Thursday. So let's go ahead here. They can't keep a schedule at all. Absolutely, the CIA and the British intelligence started all of this. Absolutely, absolutely. John Brennan also flew to. So wait, Strzok is testifying Friday? I thought he's testifying Wednesday. Strzok to. This is 5 hours ago. Strzok to appear on Capitol Hill Wednesday. Yeah, and there might be a closed door session on Friday. A closed door interview Wednesday. So, okay. Is set to be followed soon by a public hearing. Ah, interesting. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good. We'll have a public hearing after they. I love how there's just that one picture of Strzok where he's just looking into the camera like a KGB agent guy. So Wednesday. So I'll go ahead. Here's the Politico article. So it'll be closed door, but depending on who's stooping whom, maybe we'll get some info. Probably not. Thank you, MD. Super Chat HL. Every little bit counts. He works hard for us. Well deserved. Thank you, HA. Question: where are we at with Julian? Thank you, MD. And yes, everything helps greatly. And thank you so much, MD. Julian Assange is still working for his freedom, and he has an amazing legal team, and he has people around the world who love him and respect him. I certainly do. He is really a phenomenal. He's just a part of world history. And with Julian Assange, I mean, look, we learned that Comey went ahead and prevented Julian Assange, how Comey intervened to kill WikiLeaks immunity deal. So he's still working now. Ecuador still has not allowed him to have his internet access or other freedoms. But I believe they're working now to try to set up some kind of deal that, helps Julian Assange attain his freedom that he deserved from day one. So that's what I believe is taking place right now. And we just found out the other day that Comey prevented all of this. So thank you, MD. Thank you very much. Thank you, MD. Thank you to everybody for watching. 680 people. So let's just continue with this.
Congressman Jim Jordan sits on the House Judiciary Committee and will be hearing Strzok's testimony. He joins us now to weigh in. Hey, Congressman, why don't we all see this? Why can't we see that on TV? We saw James Comey and the other controversial interviews. Why not this?
Yeah, transparency is important. We're certainly not getting enough of it from the Department of Justice. But I do agree with having Peter Strzok first in a closed session where we can ask him all kinds of questions and we have longer than 5 minutes and you can get the answers that we need so that if and when there's going to be an open hearing, we will know that information. Like Peter Strzok opens the Russian investigation on July 31st. It's been reported the next day he goes to London. What was he doing in London? Who did he talk to? Did he talk to Christopher Steele, the guy who wrote the dossier? I mean, there's a host of questions that we need to get through. And so I'm fine with it first starting behind closed doors. And then if it needs to be public, we can do.
So Jim Jordan knows exactly. They know exactly what they're doing. But okay, so here's the thing. They did not dox ICE agents. That was let's get it's clear. They did not dox ICE agents. That was a New York University, NYU professor. What WikiLeaks did was put the public information already in a database, but it was a public LinkedIn stuff or information on the ICE website. So Hold on. All right. 700 people watching. We are 45 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's go ahead. So Peter's FBI, so he's set to appear in a closed door setting. And the good thing about that is that Jim Jordan can go ahead and hello, Arizona. Jim Jordan can go ahead and all the Republicans can go ahead and ask specific questions, grill him without a time limit. And it's done. Look, Strzok is already exposed. Comey's exposed. He's being investigated. McCabe's exposed. He's already has a criminal referral. Like Kevin Kleinsmith and Sally Moyer and FBI agent 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 people, Kleinsmith, Moyer, and 3 other unnamed people who will eventually be hauled off before Congress. All of this is not going to end. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. She'll eventually get indicted. And if people say, oh, you predicted it, it's just the writing's on the wall. I can't give you a time, but I can tell you that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, all right. So let's listen to. Okay, so let's continue listening to Jim Jordan. Where's Jim Jordan in this? Okay, hold on. Where's Jim Jordan? Jim Jordan.
Disgraced FBI.
Important. We're certainly not getting enough of it from the Department of Justice, but I do agree with having Peter Strzok first in a closed session where we can ask him all kinds of questions, and we have longer than 5 minutes, and you can get the answers that we need, so that if and when there's going to be an open hearing, we will know that information. Like Peter Strzok opens the Russian investigation on July 31st. It's been reported the next day he goes to London. What was he doing in London? Who did he talk to? Did he talk to Christopher Steele, the guy who wrote the dossier? I mean, there's a host of questions that we need to get through. And so I'm fine with it first starting behind closed doors, and then if it needs to be public, we can do that too.
But Congressman, why can't I hear that answer to that?
So why did he fly to London? He flew to London to almost certainly speak with Steele or GCHQ or MI6 or British spies. Brennan flew to London also. McCabe flew to London also, according to Paul Sperry. Oh, the second special counsel. So yeah, I mean, if undercover Huber doesn't indict Clinton, if undercover Huber doesn't indict Clinton, they're going to have a special counsel. I'm tired. We got to spice up the chat room. Let's do this. Well, let's see. I can't do the impressions. I'm kind of having a midday. But let's just really let's finish with Jim Jordan because it's important.
That question.
You can, and I think you will at some point. But look, this is the first time we've been able to talk to Strzok. We actually wanted to do this months ago. Mr. Meadows and I have been pushing to have Lisa Page and Peter Strzok for a deposition months ago, but we're just now getting there. So let's do the deposition, and then if we need to, let's have a hearing publicly so the American people can get all the information.
What makes you think he'll agree to that once you get a hold of him behind closed doors?
Well, you got the subpoena power, Brian. The chairman of the committee can subpoena him, and he has to come. Now, he can always take the fifth. Who knows if he'll do that? But you have the subpoena power, which is an important power and could be used if we need to.
All right, next topic. You, others, Devin Nunes in particular, have requested documents from the DOJ and FBI.
So tomorrow, closed door session. Strzok, they're going to grill Strzok. Jim Jordan is awesome. He's awesome. So this is coming up. Look, like I said, a quick recap. Andrew McCabe, he has a criminal referral from Horowitz, which is apparently very tough to get because Horowitz does not want to Sessions, go ahead and pull out the subpoenas. All of them. I said subpoenas. Yes. Multiple subpoenas. Subpoenas. What? I didn't even. What are you talking about? Mr. President, I'm talking about subpoena. And the plural would be subpoenas. Yes. Well, pull them out. Get them out. Get the subpoenas out there. Pull those subpoenas out and get them out there. Okay. Whip out the subpoenas. Yes. Make sure Strzok, I'm telling you, when he sees those subpoenas out there, he's definitely gonna be. Well, he'll have the fear of, yes, subpoena plural. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna call up Mr. President in a second. Okay, great. Talk to you later. Bye. Multiple subpoenas. Ladies and gentlemen, I meant multiple subpoenas in that impression.
Gave to deadline
for Strzok and Page and Comey and Loretta Lynch and all of them, and Kevin Kleinsmith and all of them.
After deadline, they gave you some documents. You say it's not enough. What are you looking for?
The best is when how many times has she been indicted, Nat? How many times has she been indicted? I don't know. 1,000. She's not indicted yet. Yeah, I know. So what do you want me to do? I'm the only person saying she will be. And she will. Just like I said she wasn't going to win. And people say, you're crazy. She didn't win. So, okay, so let's go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching 1 hour. And I just wanted to let everybody know, it's very important, that there's a resolution in Congress now. Okay, so there's no joke. Let's go ahead.
Well, we've got 2 subpoenas that have been sent to them.
Multiple subpoenas.
They haven't complied with the subpoenas. There have been other document requests they haven't complied with. And Chairman Nunes sent a letter on Sunday that they haven't complied with as of 5 o'clock yesterday. He specifically wants to know, were informants put in the Trump campaign? If so, how many? And were they paid by the FBI? And he can't get a straight answer from the Department of Justice. So we're at the point now where there's a resolution that Mr. Meadows and I and others have introduced, sent to the House resolution on Mr. Rosenstein saying you will have X number of days to get them to us. If not, then we will move to contempt and we will move to impeachment. The Speaker of the House has assured me and Congressman Meadows that he will bring that up this week if, in fact, they don't comply.
Right.
So it's now in the Speaker's court. I think it's time for that sense of Congress resolution to be put on the floor and the full House.
Awake Canadian.
That message and say it's time for DOJ to do their job or we'll move to impeachment of Mr. Rosenstein.
All right, let me tell you what they're saying.
So they're going to move to impeachment. And it's on. Awake Canadian, thank you so much. I want to thank everyone. I mean, I know that I've been not as chipper this live stream, but I love your live streams, HA. Great format that fits you perfectly. Great reporting as usual. And the hilarity level has risen too. Thank you. The amusement of this channel is directly correlated to the insanity, the absolute absurd nature of the U.S. political system. Awake Canadian, I wish we had only political scandals with the eyebrow. I wish our leaders just had moving eyebrows like Trudeau, which apparently didn't happen or did happen. I don't know. Who knows? But when you have like fact checks on where the eyebrows move, that's hilarious. It's hilarious. So thank you, Awake Canadian, so much, and also for being such a great supporter and friend on Twitter. Thank you so much. Paul Aguiar, thank you so much, Paul. Thank you, Paul, for this, for supporting this channel. Thank you very much, Paul Aguiar. Thank you, Paul. And so, yeah, I mean, look, I said multiple subpoenas. I did not say, listen, my name is not Anthony Weiner, okay? I don't roll like that. If you accuse me one more time, I'm talking to you, Brennan. John Brennan. We got everything on you. No, we got, you don't know, it's not a threat. I don't threaten. I let you know what I'm going to do. I don't threaten. Trust me. No. Yes. Subpoenas, multiple subpoenas. We're going to whip them out, and we're going to, you can't wait. We'll whip out those subpoenas, multiple ones. Yes. And Strzok and Page and Comey and all of them, subpoenas right in their faces. Multiple subpoenas. Yes. And they're going to have to testify. They're going to have to testify. Yes. Well, what do you expect? You got the subpoenas right up in there. Yes. Okay. You better relax. Don't start nothing. There won't be nothing. Okay. No, you just don't play dumb, Brennan. We know exactly what you're doing. By the way, Gina Haspel hates you. I'll talk to you later. Stop groveling. We'll indict everybody. You know who first. Okay, bye. Salome, thank you so much. I hope I'm pronouncing your beautiful name correctly. Very, very beautiful. Thank you, Salome. Thank you. Thank you, Salome, so much for your support of this channel. And also, thank you for letting me, know how to pronounce your name correctly. But thank you so much. Thank you, Salome. I have the best super chat on here and the best chat room. This is just a HA, show us your AK. My AK. So Salome, thank you. I have an HA Second Amendment channel. Did I tell you that? Did I tell everybody this? Where I have a California compliant AK-47. Everyone should know this. It's just go to HA Second Amendment. Just type that in, HA. If you want to read everything that's taking place now, as I pretty much predict most of what's going on, but her top secret emails, but her deleted emails, the Alwan brothers and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, debunking the Trump-Russia myth. Tamara Friedman, you are absolutely wonderful. Thank you. Salome, thank you. Tamara Friedman, thank you very, very much for the super chat prior to when I left. And thank you very much now. Tamara Friedman, thank you. Thank you for always supporting this channel and just being so kind. Thank you, Tamara. I have the best super chat. I mean, look. They're going to have multiple subpoenas. And Jim Jordan he literally said that. Look, I'm not making it up. Do I lie?
We will move to contempt and we will move to impeachment. The Speaker of the House has assured me and Congressman Meadows that he will bring that up this week if, in fact, they don't comply.
Right.
So it's now in the Speaker's court. I think it's time for that sense of Congress resolution to be put on the floor and the full House put their weight behind that message and say it's time for DOJ to do their job or we'll move to impeachment of Mr. Rosenstein.
All right, let me tell you what they're saying. The DOJ says the Justice Department responded to the House Intel Committee and the chairman telling him he already has the documents and answers he's been inquiring about. And then
you talk about gaslighting. The FBI is like, we already sent you the documents. Everyone's like, what? You sent us the documents. We want 1.2 million. What part of 1.2 million don't you understand? And then like the initial excuse from the UK watching. Thank you. The initial excuse from the Justice Department was, well, it's not our job. It's the FBI. Ask them. And everyone's like, this is documents from the DOJ, you morons, you idiots. We're asking you because it says freaking DOJ on the document. DOJ. Do you remember in Spaceballs Count the money, Dimonet, Dimonet. Anyway, that's, sorry. Spaceball is one of the great movies of all time. It's actually going to be one of Trump's programs in Space Force. He's going to have the Spaceballs program also. It's going to be awesome. One of the many reasons to vote Trump 2020. Let's see here. They certainly are lying pieces of dog poop, all of them, especially, well, obviously Clinton, Comey, McCabe. McCabe is the most unhappy, miserable person of this whole thing. Oh my God. McCabe's the most miserable person. Yes. History of the World Part 1. I love History of the World. The Inquisition. What a show. And they're running away from like all the soldiers. And Henny Youngman they go to Henny Youngman. Do you see a pack of Trojans go by? He goes, I'm all out. There's just so many great there's actually those aren't even the best lines. What are some good lines? Oh my God. Oh, when you die at the palace, you really die at the palace. I love Spaceball. Jews in space. Okay, so hold on. We're not done with you yet, Jim Jordan.
Says this. Under the guise of oversight, the president's allies continue to seek documents in a pending investigation for the purpose of assisting the Trump legal team for its part in disclosing to Congress information about the pending Russia investigation. The DOJ is departing again from existing policy.
From existing policy? There's no existing policy that says investigations into no criminal act should take place. There's no existing. Wood chipper nationalism. Wood chipper. Could you do a collab on your shooting videos with pro shooter Sam Hyde? He also does a lot of shooting. He has an AK and shotgun. Well, you know, that I'm going to have to thank you, wood chipper nationalism. So Sam Hyde, I'm going to have to respectfully decline only because I need to, when you go to the range, it's almost like a spiritual, it could be possible in the future, but it's almost like a spiritual kind of thing where you really have to, you kind of have to pay attention and just make sure that I'm not doing anything but trying to hit the target. But wood chipper, thank you so much. I can't really do collabos at this point right now because I'm just starting the channel and I want to be safe as possible. That's the main thing. Speaking of subpoenas, perfect irony would have been for Weiner to have been Brett Favre's congressman. Oh, wow. Yes. Well, you have to really know sports for that one. I don't know if my chat room will understand that, but that's speaking of subpoenas, perfect irony would have been for Weiner to have been Brett Favre's congressman. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, wood chipper, for understanding. Thank you. Thank you for understanding, wood chipper. Larry Gork, thank you. Love Brett Favre. Love Brett Favre. Think he's fantastic. Apparently he had a picture of his subpoenas on his cell phone a while back. So I never really understood that new phenomenon. Never understood that phenomenon. I'm from an era where like pagers were really, I had a pager. Let me know if you had a pager, if you're old like me. Mark Damon, thank you. Thank you, Mark Damon. Thank you, Mark Damon, very much for watching and for supporting this channel. Thank you, Mark Damon. Thank you. So this is like towards the, the twilight of this segment. And now I'm talking about the pager I used to have. So yeah, that's the thing. Like before, cell phones and all that, you had a pager, and then you would like text, different codes. And then you could the really cool thing was when you could go ahead and text different actual words from the letters, which was like amazing. But you'd have a pager, and thank you, Jamie Chase. Thank you. Or Jaime Chase. Thank you. You'd have a pager, and you'd run to the. So I've had a girlfriend. She'd call me. I'd go to the payphone. I'd go to the payphone, and then call back. And then if it was important, it'd be like a 911. I'm like, oh wow, I gotta go. This is a really important call. And it's 911, 420. Yeah, 420, 420. I'm thinking of something else. And yeah, pagers and what else? I just remember before pagers, like you'd ride your bike in the neighborhood without any cell phone, nothing, or just go out, no cell phone, no nothing. And if you needed a call, you'd go to a payphone. But then they had then they had newer pagers, and then I think after once cell phones were popular, you obviously didn't need a pager. So, but I do like having payphones because they're important. Not everybody has a cell phone. Now you can't find a payphone in LA. No payphone. A lot of meth heads, though, let me tell you. Did I tell you about the meth heads? They're all over the place. It's not even, okay, this is a serious note. We do have a, very horrible homeless problem, and God bless them. I hope that we could find some way to, take care of these people. I think it would be easier to just go ahead and actually create housing for all the homeless in Los Angeles than actually deal with, the health issues and the possible repercussions, and so many different repercussions. It's actually cheaper. It would be cheaper to go ahead and house all the homeless. But aside from the homeless, I'm not putting the homeless with this. All the meth heads come out in LA at night. When I say meth heads, I think it's either meth or like some kind of other similar drugs. They're all edgy, and they're like I said, you can tell. This is how you tell a meth head. They're dressed nice, kind of. I'm gonna say nice, like normal. They're dressed normal, but then it's like they rolled around in the bushes, and they're kind of dirty, like soot, like just soil. And that's like in the middle of the night. You see, if you go to the CVS late at night, you'll see them. not all CVS, but obviously the one time I did at a CVS, and then sometimes at Ralph's. Basically, if you go out and you have an errand to run, you just go, food or whatever, you might run into some very interesting people, and you're like, "Don't touch me." Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 1 hour of absolutely fantastic discussion. What can I tell you other than there's multiple subpoenas out regarding Rosenstein and all that stuff. Yes. so wait a second. Try someday. H.A. Goodman is going to figure out I'm the funniest person in his live chat. Hold on. That's kind of funny. This is awesome. I don't even know what's going on. I'll see everybody in a couple of hours, probably 3 or 4 hours, probably later tonight. We might do an HA after dark. After dark. A little earlier tonight. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look out for the subpoenas. Subpoenas. Subpoena. And I will see you later in HA. I will see you later at HA After Dark. I'm just reading these messages. Thank you so much. The super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, everybody. And let's go ahead. I will see you later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your support to the super chat. Thank you. Thank you as always. And you guys have a wonderful evening, afternoon. See you soon. Thank you. Hit subscribe if this is your first time on this channel. Thank you so much.